Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Carolyn with Crafting with Wine, and I want to come on and share a few things. And I'm going to make something with all of this, so I wanted to share what I'm using in case you want to copy what I'm making or embellish it and make it your own, and mainly to give you some inspiration, hopefully. What I have done is I have purchased the Carta Country Kitchen collection, and I've sorted through all of my 12 by 12 papers, and they are the cutest papers ever. Or they're not papers, they're cardstock, so excuse me for that. And let me get the front sheet out here. This is all of the papers, cardstock, oh my goodness, that are in the kit. They're all double-sided. They're very heavy duty, and of course if you've ever worked with Carta, you know. And then there's a sticker sheet, and then some wonderful cut-aparts as well. And so I got the 12 by 12 pad, and then the recipe cut-apart cards. I ordered an additional 4 of those, and they're double-sided too, obviously. And I've already taken 1 sheet of those, and I've cut them all apart. These beautiful 4 by 6 cards is what they are. And then the other side was this pretty floral pattern on the other side. So I've got that. I also ordered the 6 by 6 paper pad. Again, this is Carta Country Kitchen, and there's 2 sheets of each in here that matches all the 12 by 12s. So super excited for that. And then this didn't come with the kit, but they match so perfectly I had to get them. They're the little wood veneers, and these are from Kaisercraft. And they're all kitchen related. Wooden spoons and rolling pins and whisk and pots with lids, and up here's a KitchenAid mixer, fork and knife, cupcakes, cherries, gingerbread men, and it was so cute I had to have it to put with my kit. Then I ordered the ephemera pack with frames and tags, and those look super cute. Look at all the cute things you get in there. Absolutely amazing. And then I also ordered the stamp set, the designer stamp set in photopolymer. And look at those. Aren't those just too cute? And then I also ordered 2 extra sheets of the stickers, the sticker sheet. And they were just so super cute that I couldn't stand it. Now, one of the things that I've done to share with you guys is I ordered duplicates of everything. There's the 12 by 12, the extras, the 6 by 6, the ephemera pack, the stamp set, and the wood veneers. So I'm planning on doing a cool, neat giveaway at some point with something that I'm planning on doing or wanting to do, and I got to figure out how to go about doing what I'm wanting to do. And what I'm going to do is give this whole collection away to somebody, but I'm not for sure how I'm going to go about doing that yet with what I'm wanting to do. And as soon as I know, I'll come back and share that with you as well. So get excited, people, get excited. I know I'm super excited because I just love the collection, and I just had to do it. Vintage isn't really my style, but everything was just so cute and so pretty that that's what I wanted or needed to do. So that's what I've done. So what I'm going to try to accomplish here is a very, very simple, nothing to it, little album, so to speak. That's the only way I know how to call it, is an album, and a little mini album. And I have chosen these 3 patterns here that I'm going to use to start making this with, and this is the back side of those pieces of cardstock. So let me get my bearings about me and start to decide how I'm going to do this, and then I'll come back and share how I put it together to build it from the base up. And then I won't show the decorating, or I don't think I will. I may show bits and pieces of that, but not all of it. And then I'll certainly share the entire finished recipe album with you. So it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna be simple and easy, and that's what I'm looking for. So I'll be back in a little bit. So with my 3 pieces of 12 by 12 cardstock, and I'm using the full 12 by 12, I'm going to score one side at 5 7/8 and 6 1/8, and then I'm going to rotate it and score at 4 inches. And I've chose this one to be the inside cover, and this is going to be my outside cover of those colors. And well, let me continue on here with what I'm going to do. And when you have paper that's directional, and that matters, you want to make sure you got it in going the right way. And for it to be up and down in our simple little album here, I'm going to flip this over this way, and so I've got it going right side up, and this is the side that you want to score at 5 7/8 and 6 1/8. That way I'm making myself a little 1/8 inch gusset is all that I'm doing. Now when I flip it over, I want to make sure the bottom is to the far left hand side, and I've done that, and that's where I'm going to score at 4. So that makes our bottom panel. And then I have my roosters that I obviously want going the correct way up. Again, 5 7/8, and I just scored it at the wrong one. Oh my goodness. I'm going to try to ignore that and score at the 5 7/8 and 6 1/8. Now I'm going to rotate it to where the bottom of my roosters are to the left hand side and score at 4 inches. And that's how we're going to do that. So let me get this out of the way. I'm going to bring in my bone folder, and I'm going to fold and burnish my score lines. Now you want to be you got to show it who's boss, but at the same time you want to be very gentle, because it's very, very heavy duty cardstock, and you don't want it to crack and break. And it can if you're not super gentle with it. Now I got to find my correct score line, not the one I scored wrong here. And this paper makes it hard to see. The patterns makes it hard to see your score line, unfortunately. Okay. There it is. As you can see, I'm just being gentle. I'm not forcing, because I don't want it to crack. So there we go. I got that one done right now. Okay. So that's that one. And now we need to do score, or not score, fold and burnish these score lines. And there we go with the two long ones. Now I need to do the 4-inch one as well, like so. Now, on the 4-inch side, on these 4-inch rectangles, we got these two score lines coming up, going up vertically. Then we have the one going horizontally. And I'm sorry because it's, my paper is hard to see. What we're going to do is just cut up that score line, this horizontal score line, to our first score line. Then we're going to do the exact same thing on the other score line. Right like so. So we've got this little piece left, and we're just going to cut it off. We don't need it. We're going to cut it completely out. Right like so. So we have only wasted 1/8 of an inch by 4 inches with this cardstock. That's all we've wasted. And then it's going to, I folded this one the wrong way because I want it like this. So I'm just going to reinforce those again because I folded the wrong direction, which is not a problem, and that actually helps it from cracking and breaking too. So there we have that. So now this panel is going to measure 8 inches by 6 inches. So we have it, and that's what our little album's going to be, 8 inches by 6 inches. Now we're going to take this one and we're going to do the exact same thing. I knew I did that, cut that wrong, so it left a tail. And I don't want that tail. That's going to get in my way and cause problems when I get ready to put it together. And so there we go with that one. See, we just cut out the 1/8 of an inch. And here, again, is going to go right like this. And then there's our little 1/8 of an inch binding, so to speak. And then I'll do the other one, and then I will come back and show you how we're going to put these together. Okay, I've put some red score line tape down on this 1/4 of an inch gusset here, and I'm going to burnish that in really good with my bone folder. And then I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to put down another piece of this red line tape right in that gusset. And my red line tape is 1/8 of an inch wide, and it fits perfectly, absolutely perfectly within that little gusset that I've made. So now I'm going to burnish that in very well as well. So I've got, this is going to be my inside piece. This is the first page that you open up, and it's going to go in like so. And then this is my front and back cover which it will attach in like so. And it's going to come together like that. But one of the things that I want to do first, I'm going to pull in my Crocodile corner chopper. And this has 1/4 of an inch and 1/2 of an inch. And I'm going to go with the 1/2 of the inch side. And I am going to corner round all my corners. Like so. And I'm going to do these flaps too. And I'm going to do this with all 3 pages. And obviously this makes more sense to do before you put it, adhere it down, because once you get it adhered, it's going to be more difficult. So I'm going to do that, and then my last page. I just think it makes, I'm corner rounding because I think it makes it look a little more put together and a little more professionally assembled is why I'm doing it. You certainly don't have to. There's no reason to do it from a put together standpoint. Like so. Now, these flaps I'm going to make double-sided. I'm going to make pockets, and that's the reason you really need to use double-sided paper so you can flip up and do that, and so it'll look pretty. If you don't have double-sided paper, you can make your own by gluing 2 pieces together. And what I'm going to do is continue to use my red line tape, because it's strong to start with, and I know that it's going to hold together for me. I've never had any issues with anything ever coming apart when I've used my red line tape. So let me get the other side done. Isn't these mason jars, these are actually ball jars. Aren't they so cute? That paper is so stinking cute. So what I'm going to do is just bring in my paper piercer. I like using it to pull the backing off this red line tape, or any double-sided tape for that matter, because it makes it just go together, or it makes it come off very easily without any issues for me. And I'm doing this part in advance, or before I put it down or put it all together, because it's just easier to work with without all the bulk with all the sheets together. And so now from here to here, it is 8 inches. It's 8 inches high, and then each section from our gusset is 6 inches wide. So we also know that this piece of pattern paper here is 4 inches high, because that's how we cut it, and it makes it 6 inches wide, and we'll confirm that with our ruler. If I can get all my stuff out of the way. Yes, 6 inches by 4 inches. I have so much crap over to the side that you can't see out of camera sight, and my ruler wouldn't lay flat, so I could get a true measurement, but I know that it is because we know that this is 8 by 6, and we know we scored this at 4, so it makes it 4 by 6, which is the standard recipe card size too, by the way. So now we got some cool pockets made here. As you can see, a pocket and a pocket. So I'm going to do these the exact same way. So let me get those going and find the end of my tape. And I'm going to go ahead and do all the pockets and do that, and then we'll start putting the binding together. Okay, I got my front and back cover here. My first inside flip, and I've already got the red line tape on here, as you saw me do, and just using my paper piercer to try to peel that off. It's being a little difficult. So it's right on the 1/8 of an inch fold. This has the 1/8 of an inch gusset fold, or whatever you want to call it. And for me, it works better to stand it up so I can get it aligned properly. And because this stuff is so permanent, we want to get it going exactly perfect, because if you don't get it as close to perfect as possible, you're going to have pieces that are going to hang over, and you don't want that. You don't want that at all. Okay, I got the top in right. Now I need to line up the bottom. And see, it's perfectly aligned. You can't even see it. But what I'm going to do is take my handy dandy bone folder and run it right down the center. That way I know I've got it sealed up well. As you can see, there it is all together. Open. First page, second page, no pocket. Open it up. We got 2 pockets right now at this point, right there, and fold it over. We have the next page and another pocket. But what we're going to do is put this page in next the exact same way. So we'll have a pocket, blank page, pocket, pocket, blank page, pocket. So the very center has 2 pockets. Is how that will work. We're going to line it up right like so. Again, I haven't taken the backing off yet. I'm just testing. And see, there's my test. You can see that it works perfectly. Absolutely beautiful. Or at least I think so. And super simplistic, super easy, and anyone can do this. And you don't even need the scoreboard. The scoreboard just makes it easier, is all. So let me get this down, and I'll come back and share my next things that I'm going to do. Hi guys, I'm back to share my decorated little recipe holder book, mini album, whatever you want to call it. I've added some enamel dots here to the front, and it's actually Nouveau crystal drops, and this is in Ripened Pumpkin, and it's gloss. And then we're going to see more Nouveau drops throughout, and this is the Woodland Green, which is also a gloss. And then I used the Navy Blue, and it's not a gloss. And then I've used different ribbons, but my little album has come out very, very thick. And this is all the papers in here are from Carta Country Kitchen design. And then I did this little banner, which was part of the ephemera pack that I put here, and I tied a little ran a little yellow ribbon through it and just knotted it at each end. Then I used some of the wood veneers, the rolling pin, and the fork and knife, and I just inked those with my Ranger Distress ink. The Vintage Photo is what I did with those. And then some more of the ephemera pieces. And then this big rooster comes from the sticker pack. And I just put it on some black cardstock and tried to cussy foot around it. I don't do cussy cutting because I hate it, but I did a lot of it for this, so that's what that is. And then I used some of my pineapple washi tape and just went down the spine of it. And if you remember, I only made my spine 1/4 of an inch, and I should have made it 1/2 inch. Would have made things a whole lot better for me, but it was supposed to be a quick, simple, easy little album or folder, whatever you want to call it. And I got carried away, and I should have known better because I always get carried away. And then we open it up, and then the first pages is I've decorated again with some of the stickers, and I made a tag here, but I put the tag down with foam tape on this side, and then added some of my Nouveau drops. And the first section is for drinks, and I made a tag for that, which is what it is for. And then I've included recipe cards, and they're together with a little paper clip. I haven't added my recipes yet, but I'm going to do that. And that's what's in there. And then here I stamped out a little pig from the stamp set and colored it in with my Nouveau markers. And I just realized I really messed up that enamel dot because it wasn't quite dry, so I'm going to have to come back and redo that. Now with this, it is a magnet closure. It's a flip up, and on the other side of this I have a cow that I colored from the stamp set. And down here I put a rooster that I colored from the stamp set and fussy cut out. And then I just made this little it's just 3 pages, and it's to make lists or notes on. And then I just did the top border to where it can be cut apart or pulled off with the pineapple washi tape. And then each of the pages at the bottom, I added the pineapple washi tape. And then other things can be held in here as well. And you heard that nice strong magnet closure that goes there. And then I've got little ribbons tied to my tag as well. And then the lady is a sticker from the sticker sheet. And so is the flower and the word love. And then I just added a whisk there. And then if we flip it over to the next page, I have salad for this section and added some of the stickers. This is a piece of the paper that I cut apart and put there. And again, I haven't added any of my recipes yet, but I will. And here are recipe cards. And then on the back, I have matted those to, they can add more things to them, but there's all of those cards. And then I've also included an organic seed pack for cilantro. I love cilantro, and it's in here because one of the salads that I'm going to share a recipe with calls for cilantro, so that's why that's there. This side over here, I've added a little camera paper clip. We'll take that off. And this is my appetizer section, and I've added one of those little wood veneers of the KitchenAid mixer, and one of the stickers from the sticker sheet, and then a little coffee cup dimensional sticker. This has a little teeny tiny paper clip there with this little tag that says Family Times, and you can stick things under there. We can also stick things down in here. Let's see it, my piece of scrap paper. They won't go very far because I didn't make it go too far, but little things can be stuck in there. And then behind the appetizer, more little things can be stuck. And then I've added some little tags in here as well. And then here are my recipe cards and I only have 3 on here, and a pack of organic onion seeds that goes there as well. And I've got those paper clipped together. That paper clips on that page like so. So that's where those recipes will be kept for the appetizers. And the reason I put the onion seeds here is because I don't make an appetizer that doesn't have an onion of some sort in it. I love onions, so that's why that one is there. Now if we flip it on over, we're going to come over to our side dishes. And again, I messed up my Nuvo drops. I thought they were dry, and they were not. So I'm going to have to move those off of what came over and get that all fixed up. I was in too big of a hurry to finish this video. That's my problem. You can see over here on this side where I messed up all of the Nuvo drops, so I'll redo those. I'll scrape those off with my X-Acto knife. It'll come off real well and without an issue, and I'll redo it and make it look pretty again. Let me scrape that part off there of side dishes. That's on there. Here on this pocket, there's a pocket here as well. Here I put in Brussels sprouts, and one of my favorite side dishes includes Brussels sprouts and broccoli, so I had to include a pack of those. Again, some more recipe cards, and I'll be writing my recipe on one of those, obviously. Let me get that back down in there. And then here it says lift the flap, and if you lift this flap, I've got a decoration on that side. And I also included some organic tomato seeds, and it tells you all the directions on how to do it. And these are the giant yellow tomatoes is what these seeds are from. And then I included a wish list here card, and then I didn't mat the back of it. Whomever gets this or uses it, or if I give it to my daughter, who is what I'm thinking of doing, will be able to add that in as to what she wants in her wish list. And this will hold more things because this flap is also magnetized. There's a magnet there for that. Now, on this side, as we already know, I messed up those Nuvo drops because I was too eager to film and thought they were dry, and they weren't, but I will fix those. And I had the green and orange Nuvo drops there. Again, some stickers and ephemera from the paper collection, and then I tied this sweet cute little light green bow right there, and in this pocket holds main courses, and this was a piece out of the paper on beef, and it even has a recipe on it, which is super cool, and it even talks about the cuts of meat. And then on the back I did mat this so there can be additional notes taken of whatever. And then this was just a really cute piece out of the paper line. It says, "To plan a garden is to believe in tomorrow," and that's a quote from Audrey Hepburn. And I did mat the back of that so things can be written on it, and I think I'm going to write my recipe on that one. And then again, some more recipe cards that goes into that pocket, and then into there. Now on my next page, I have a pocket here that I've made, and it says, "It's not the size of your house that makes a home, it's the size of your heart." And that was said by Jan Lee Logan. And I just thought that was so pretty, and I thought the color, that pretty blue color, coordinated perfectly with my background papers here. And here I have a little ribbon pull, and you just pull that, and I got this layered up on 3 sides with 3 layers of foam tape thick, and I made a little composition book, or covered one, and I put this beautiful stove and oven on there on the front of it, and then I used the same papers on the back, and then you open it up, and I used some more of those papers to decorate the inside, and then some of that pineapple washi tape, and then off of one of my paper strips, which was from another paper line. It was the Teresa Collins paper line, Bon Appetit, and it's pretty old, and I had some in my stash, so I used that and just put that on the first page. And then when we do it to the back, I added another piece of the paper from the Carta Country Kitchen line, and then added another strip of the pineapple washi tape. And this was like a little grocery list that they can make notes in, for grocery list or notes, or whatever they wanted, and it fits down into this pocket very easily and snugly, and it pulls out with the ribbon. This side is the dessert side, and I have Bless This Kitchen, and again, things from the ephemera pack and the stickers. I had to use the dog. The dog was too freaking cute. And then one of the wood veneers, which is the little cupcake, and I did nothing with it. I just left it natural. And again, I've added it full of recipe cards. And I will be adding my recipes. And then we flip it over to the next page, and this one is pretty simple. It just says, "Ignore our mess, we are making memories." And another one of the ladies who is baking and mixing, and all of these were from the sticker page, and I just put them on black cardstock and then fussy cut around them. And then we go to this page, and it says Farm to Table, and I put the little barn down here with the windmill. It's a pocket, and I felt that this pocket was to keep notes and coupons in. I did add a tag that says "Handmade with Love," which was part of the ephemera pack, and I also added another package of organic broccoli seeds that is in there as well. Now, what you saw me pull away is 2 very large envelopes that I made and decorated up, and here I just used some of the paper line that I cut down, one of the ephemera pieces, and tied a ribbon with it. Then I used some of those beautiful blue Nuvo drops that I just sprinkled around. And then the cherries is part of the wood veneer collection that I have, and I just used my Arteza water brush real markers and colored those, and look how beautiful those colored. Those markers are incredible. I did a video with those markers, and I'll link that in the description box below, just so you know all the things that you can do with them. And I think they're incredible quality and great quality, and the price point is, you need it because it will not break your wallet. You don't have to hide it from your husband. So it's very, very affordable. And this envelope that I made is just a very large envelope. And let me see, I have a size that it was. It's an A8 size. So you can search that to know how to do it. And I did that on my envelope punch board. And then when you open it up, it's double-sided, and these papers are old papers that I used, and it's just a nice, great big envelope, and it was to keep magazine clippings or maybe pictures and recipes you've printed off of Pinterest and different things like that that you may want to keep in there, or coupons. But I wanted it to look cute to where you're not ashamed to take it to the store, and it's sturdy enough that it'll hold up in your purse real well too. And then I made another envelope that I decorated up and used one of the little cast iron pots. And then I used some of my little white flower sequins that I just sprinkled around. Used one of the stickers, the banner stickers, and so on and so forth. It's the exact same size envelope, and it's just the opposite side. So you have plenty of options, the person does, to use these for whatever they choose to use them for. So, and they're a little too wide to fit into my pocket, and we know my pocket is 4 inches wide, and this is exactly 4 inches wide, the envelopes are, so they won't fit in there. It would have to be a little shorter. So the envelopes are 4 by 8, but to fit in my pocket I would have needed at least a quarter of a size smaller on both sides, and that didn't happen, and I'm okay with that. And I'm actually going to add a little binder clip up here to hold those in place as well. And then on the back side, I just added a piece of paper from the 6x6 paper stack of this beautiful farmhouse scene. So I thought that was really pretty, and I wanted to use it. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I'm going to go back to my page where I need to fix my Nuvo drops, and I'm going to do that, and I'll talk to you guys again real soon. Take care. Cheers.